Rat-a-tat-a, rat-a-tat-a-tat-a, rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a, rat-a-tat-a. Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate stopping on by. This time I'm coming at you with a video that I've never really come at you before with, something that I guess still is movie related. After all, I'm coming at you to showcase something that, now that it's cold in Minnesota, spending more time indoors and stuff like that, I was dicking around. Actually came across this that we probably made, or my dad probably made mostly 30 years ago this year, because Dick Tracy came out in the theater summer 1990, and then the following, actually it came out in December on home video that year, and then all of like 1991, of course, Dick Tracy was on home video, and I was a relatively big fan of Dick Tracy, and it kind of introduced me to that era of 30s, 40s gangsters and all this and that, and kind of this cool comic book fashion. And that was probably the first movie that really introduced me to the idea of a Tommy gun and stuff like that from the old gangster era in the early years, or first several decades of the 20th century. And I was like, God, obviously being a 14-year-old and stuff like that, I was like watching Dick Tracy and seeing all the Tommy gun action in the movie that, well, I guess it's not a whole lot, but features throughout the movie and very heavily at the end of the movie. I'm like, Dad, I want a Tommy gun. And he's like, well, obviously I wasn't going to get a real Tommy gun. So in true, dad fashion, just, what an amazing guy. I came across this today, and I'm like, wow, that is so cool. I'm coming at you to showcase this. Basically, in lieu of actually buying a real Tommy gun, or trying to get some cheap plastic ass piece of crap Tommy gun from a store, which I don't think you probably could have in 1991. I don't know. Regardless, my dad actually made this for a 14-year-old Nate, and I would imagine I had some input or whatever, but this is really actually kind of cool. And basically, when I was 14, I just basically wanted something that I could, play cops and robbers or gangsters and stuff with, being 14 and stuff like that. And this really, even holding it now, it's just like, it kind of gets the job done. It's the right color, the right overall feel, and it's just like, wow, that's kind of cool. So basically, this is probably just like several 2x4s put together. The main body here is a piece, and obviously he had some woodworking skills, and he put on this, using certain means, put this stock thing on the end, and a handle here, and the kind of the slanted handle there, and even a piece of pipe for the barrel there. And obviously the all-important piece really to distinguish a Tommy gun from any other kind of machine gun is the circular magazine holder there. And it really gets the job done just at a glance, especially being just all dark and painted black and stuff. It's just like, wow, Tommy gun, rat-a-tat-a-tat-a, rat-a-tat-a-tat-a. So I just thought I'd showcase this. Really kind of cool, frickin' wooden Tommy gun that was basically more or less fabricated by my dad, and I would imagine I had some input. Oh wow, I'm even noticing on this side it's even got this thing, this the thing where you pull back to to get the shells into the whatever chamber or whatever. I didn't even realize that, but we even got that. Obviously it doesn't slide back. But how cool is that? The little thing to pull back to and get the shells going in the chamber or whatever. But obviously, 30 years of dust on this mother Tommy gun. It's even like a circular peg thing. You must have drilled a hole and glued it in there. But yeah, I just thought, since it is kind of technically movie related, because Tommy guns were featured in many movies, that I'd showcase this Tommy gun pipe for the barrel, which makes a lot of sense, just painted black. As you can see, the wood pieces here are affixed to each other by these brackets and screws. And same thing with on both sides of the magazine, circular cylindrical thing, and the stock attached by the same means. Part of me does wonder, looking at this, why the stock wasn't just a part of the main, the body here, but maybe, yeah, it's hard to say why we didn't just make it a part of the main body, and so we didn't have to attach it like this. But who the hell knows, maybe it's how I wanted it to be, as stocks really aren't necessarily a part of the main body anyway. They're probably attached some other way anyway, but for whatever reason that's what we did. I guess it kind of gives it a different feel than if this was just a part, if the stock had been a part of the main thing. But I guess that pretty much does it. Just wanted to showcase this. I was really surprised when I saw that, whatever you call that, you know, thing to pull back and feed the rounds into the chamber. Wow, it's just like, God, because I just looking at it from this side today, and so is my actual genuine on-camera realization of that. This kind of stuff is just so freaking cool, and it's just a testament to, you know, how great of Dad I was lucky enough to have had. So thank you very much, Dad, for making this for 14-year-old me, and thank you guys for watching this video. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one, Kappa.